Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get straight to what matters. And today, well, we're tackling something pretty huge. We're talking about a $4 trillion market. Just let that sink in for a second. $4 trillion. Now imagine if the places you already trust with your money, like your local credit union, could plug directly into this, well, frankly, exploding world of digital assets. That's what we're diving into today. It could really change how you handle your finances. We're focusing on a brand new solution. DaLand CUSO's Coin2Core Digital Vaulting and Coin2Core Orbit. And just quickly, CUSO means Credit Union Service Organization. So built for credit unions, basically. This isn't just tech talk, it's about reshaping the services available to you, the member, and how banking keeps up. We're digging into DaLand's own announcements, some pretty strong words from their CIO, their partners, even the imagery they're using. Okay, let's unpack this. So let's paint the picture first. Credit unions, they've been facing this challenge for a while now. Their members, maybe like you, are moving towards purely digital platforms. Think Coinbase, places like that.
Right. A lot of wealth is shifting.
Exactly. And it creates this, some are calling a deposit hemorrhage, money flowing out.
It's a real drain on their traditional model, pulling funds away from the community institution.
But DaLand, they're not just nodding along. They're making a really bold claim, like incredibly direct. They're saying, not a science experiment. We built the damn thing.
Yeah, that definitely catches your attention.
And their CIO, John Ungerland, he put it bluntly, while big tech and payment processors are still pitching PowerPoints about what they might build someday, we built the damn thing.
Yeah.
You see their picture of the Coin2Core vault door. It just screams, secure, solid, done.
It really does. And what's fascinating there, beyond just the punchy language, is the contrast they're deliberately drawing. It's execution versus theory. You've got all these big players talking possibilities, future roadmaps, maybe someday. And DaLand's basically stepping up and saying, look, we're past the someday. We actually built the bridge credit unions need right now.
A production-ready bridge. That's the term they use.
Exactly. And that signals something important. It's a practical, usable solution today, not just another promise. In a space moving this fast, tangible delivery, that's huge. It positions them differently.
Okay, so moving from talk to action, let's get specific. Coin2Core Digital Vaulting, Coin2Core Orbit. What is this live gateway really? What's it actually let a credit union do?
Well, at its heart, Coin2Core is designed to be this effective, deeply integrated connector. It links the traditional banking services we all know with this rapidly expanding digital asset market.
Okay.
But here's the really critical part, the core benefit, you could say. It's built specifically to keep those digital assets, the deposits, locked right onto the credit union's balance sheet.
So the money doesn't leave the institution.
Precisely. Your wealth stays within your trusted credit union, not siphoned off to some external third party you might not know as well. It's about bringing digital assets inside the existing trusted framework.
Makes sense. So what capabilities does that unlock?
Several key things. They can securely vault Bitcoin for members. So, safe storage, regulated. They can issue their own stablecoins, branded by the institution itself. Think digital dollars backed by the credit union.
Interesting. Like a credit union digital dollar?
Kind of, yeah. Pegged to the US dollar usually, but with blockchain efficiency. Plus, they can process real-time blockchain settlements. Think near-instant transactions. And crucially, DaLand emphasizes they can do this without surrendering their data, their deposits, or their souls to some Silicon Valley middleman.
Right. Keeping control local.
Exactly. Empowering the credit unions, not bypassing them.
Okay, that local control piece feels significant, but let's translate that. What does this mean for me, the listener, the member? How does it make my financial life different?
Yeah, this isn't just back-end stuff. It has real tangible effects for you. First off, it helps stop that deposit loss we talked about. It gives you a trusted place for all your assets, digital included. Your credit union stays stronger.
Keeping the institution relevant. Right. And second, it helps them keep members who might otherwise drift away to purely digital options. You can stay with your trusted partner even if your finances are evolving.
Especially important for younger digital native generations.
Absolutely, preventing that disconnect. Third, think about managing wealth in, say, non-dollar currencies. This could make handling diverse assets, maybe even international ones eventually, much smoother, all within your local CU.
Which is a big step considering how tricky that can be now.
Definitely. And then there's the business side for the credit union, which indirectly benefits members too. They can generate new transaction fees from digital assets, helping replace those falling card interchange fees. Keeps them financially healthy.
Sustainable.
And this is really cool. Digital asset-backed lending. Imagine borrowing against your Bitcoin through your credit union, integrated right in.
Wow. Okay. That unlocks liquidity without selling. That's a big deal.
Huge deal. Plus, they can factor your Bitcoin holdings into relationship pricing, maybe better loan rates for you, or even use it for overdraft funding.
Adds flexibility.
Exactly. It's all designed as this cost-effective, smooth way for them to finally get off zero with digital assets.
And getting off zero, it sounds catchy, but it's really a strategic necessity now. It's about making sure, as DaLand puts it, no credit union is unplugged from the future of money.
Right.
Ungerland, their CIO, specifically called out relying on core processors asleep at the wheel.
The core system being the main software running the whole credit union.
Exactly. If that underlying system hasn't kept up, the credit union is stuck. So this whole solution is designed to prevent that, to stop them from being sidelined while finance transforms around them. It gives them the tools to compete, to stay relevant for their members in this digital age. It's proactive.
Makes sense. It sounds complex, though. An integrated solution like this must rely heavily on, the right technology underneath and some key partnerships. Who are the players making this work behind the scenes?
Yeah, absolutely critical. The foundation involves deep integration with Corelation, Inc.'s KeyStone system. KeyStone isn't just a partner, it's called an integral component, a hyper-modern core.
Hyper-modern, okay.
And Corelation CEO Rob Landis really underlined this. He said DaLand delivered a game-changing advancement, letting CUs enter the digital asset era without the typical headaches of bolt-on fintech band-aids.
So not just patching things together.
Yeah.
Properly built in.
That's the idea. Seamless, not clunky, less risk, smoother operations.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another crucial partnership with Metallicus.
Metallicus.
Mm-hmm. They're the ones enabling that compliant issuance of stablecoins tied to the credit union's own brand. So you combine Corelation's modern core with Metallicus's specific tech. And DaLand says the result makes traditional correspondent banking look like dial-up internet.
Okay, strong analogy. Paints a picture of speed and efficiency.
Definitely. Instantaneous, modern, integrated. Now you might ask, if this is so needed, why haven't more institutions jumped in? Why have they been, as DaLand says, locked out?
Yeah, good question.
DaLand's view is pretty clear. It's not lack of member interest. We see digital asset adoption everywhere. They believe it's mostly been vendor paralysis. Vendors were spooked by regulatory uncertainty and technical complexity.
Too risky, too much work, maybe?
Pretty much. The path wasn't clear, so many just waited. But DaLand, with their 15 years focused on core systems, they took a different path. Their philosophy is about strengthening the relationship between the institution and the community, not bypassing it.
Enhancing the existing trust, not replacing it.
Exactly. Upgrade the services, keep the relationship intact.
That really highlights the strategy and the timing. Well, DaLand calls it the $4 trillion reality check. They're hammering home that digital assets are the fastest growing store of value in human history, and it's accelerating.
It's hard to ignore that kind of momentum.
Right. It underlines why credit unions really need to engage now or risk getting left seriously behind. So, okay, we see the why and the what, but what about the when? How quickly could your credit union actually start offering these things? DaLand has laid out a pretty clear roadmap. It's not all at once. It's phased. 4 stages.
Sensible approach.
First phase, vaulting. They estimate this rollout within 6-9 months. Secure storage for member assets, data integrated onto the core system.
Step 1, secure the assets.
Exactly. Then, about 6 months later, comes deposits. This is where digital assets start being treated more like regular money or assets on the credit union's balance sheet, internalizing the wealth.
Integrating it more deeply?
6 months after that. Transactions. Enabling payments using digital assets person to person, person to business, even local merchant networks. Imagine paying locally with stablecoins through your CU app.
Seamless payments, potentially faster and cheaper.
And then the final phase. Roughly 12 months later, exchange. Offering local secure exchange services, letting members and businesses convert between traditional money and digital assets easily within that trusted environment.
So completing the loop, vault, deposit, transact, exchange.
Right, a full suite.
And each phase builds logically on the one before it. It's systematic. It moves from just holding assets to fully weaving them into the financial fabric of the credit union. It seems like a really thoughtful way to stage it, letting institutions adapt gradually, manage risk, ensure compliance,
Yeah, less overwhelming than trying to flip a switch overnight.
Exactly, makes adoption feasible.
It's definitely a clear path, and the overall vision is ambitious. That quote from John Ungerland again. The future of money isn't coming. It's here, growing at $4 trillion and accelerating. This solution ensures the institutions that matter most to American communities don't miss the transition.
It really frames it as both a responsibility and a massive opportunity for them.
Well, that was quite the deep dive. We've really unpacked DaLand CUSO's Coin2Core. It's clearly positioned as a built, ready-to-go solution, not just theory.
The emphasis on execution is strong.
We looked at what it offers: credit unions vaulting, branded stablecoins, integrating digital assets into lending, pricing, the whole package.
Powerful tools for them.
Underpinned by those key partnerships with Corelation and Metallicus.
Can't do it without that foundation.
And that phased roadmap gives a clear timeline for how this could roll out. It's a major step for bridging traditional finance and the digital future. So bring it back to you, the listener. What does all this tech and strategy mean for your choices? How you manage your wealth? Could your local credit union soon become your one-stop shop for everything, traditional and digital?
Yeah, and maybe that leaves you with a question to think about. As digital assets keep growing and weaving themselves into the fabric of traditional finance, how do you see your own relationship with money and with your bank or credit union changing? Will you want that single trusted provider for everything, digital included? Or keep things separate? Definitely something to ponder as this evolution continues, seemingly faster than ever.